3 days popping into the start of this video to say, if you would like study with me's, but like online uni day in the life videos, you know how I did like my Oxford day in the life when I used to have like fun and like I'd like commute and like I'd show you all the aspects of my day? Would you like that, but just online version? It's going to be really boring because all I'm doing is my degree at the moment. I've got no other plans, but if you want to see that, then do give this video a thumbs up before we get into the rest of this video. But anyway, yeah, let's go. Everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a slightly different one, but you guys did request it, so I thought I'd upload it. I'm sorry about the angle being really weird. Like, I feel like, you know, it's quite a chill video, so it's not like a formal sit down video. So basically today is Sunday the 19th of April. That marks the beginning of the Oxford term. So we have what's called North Week, which is kind of a week before the start of term where you move in and you have what's known as collections, which are like mock exams, just a test that you've like consolidated the content from the term before, and you kind of do all your last minute work that you've not done over the holiday and just settle in and get back ready to go. And then there's usually a big party at the end of the week. Obviously none of that is happening, which is really upsetting for me, and I've been in a really bad mood about it today because I was supposed to be moving back to Oxford today and the sun is shining, and I had a really rough time in my summer term last year and I had exams. So yeah, basically we're doing the entire term online, no reduction to workload, no changes, no adaptations, and so I've got to just kind of suck it up and deal with it because I've still not heard anything about any of my classes being organised or just generally anything about anything that's going on. So I'm just kind of working with what I've got, which is nothing so far. So I thought I'd do a video about how I'm going to be preparing for online uni. If I'm honest with you, I'm gonna try, like I really am gonna try. I really can't see it going particularly well just because I'm struggling with my mental health a lot as it is, without a massive workload every day. Like I've really been struggling to even do the prep work for term, and that's like a quarter of the amount that I normally work. To conclude, I'm just not really thriving. I'm having my entire degree put online, which is going to be vibey, because I know a lot of people have had assessments like cancelled or shifted, and some people have had them worsened, and I feel like I fall into the latter camp, sadly. So yeah, that's really where we be at. I don't know how much of this I've cut out because this has literally been like 5 minutes of the video, but today I am taking the advantage of a day off, which I mean like, literally most of this VAC has been a day off or like a very reduced work day, to really like start to get everything in line. I don't have classes this week coming, but I've got so much prep work to finish and exams, so I'm technically counting online uni as starting this week, but I'm also going to show you how I'm prepping. As you can see behind me, my room is an absolute state. I'm still in my pyjamas and it's 1 PM. So the first thing I'm going to do is get dressed and make my room a bit more conducive to like being a work environment. So I'm gonna like tidy it up, like do a bit, like just clear out all of the stuff that doesn't need to be in here, and do my bed sheets, hoover, wipe down the surfaces, just so it feels slightly more like somewhere I can work for like 8 to 9 hours a day every day for the next how many weeks, I don't even know. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do first. Now I'm watching High School Musical, the series, which I thought would be awful, but it's actually really good, and I fully rate it. So that's what I'm doing while I'm tidying. First things first, I'm still in my PJs, so I'm going to get dressed. So I'm literally wearing, I'm in shock, I'm literally just wearing some joggers, which are from Hollister, and a bralette, which is also from Hollister, because it's quite hot today in my room, even though it's cold outside. So yeah, this is the current state of affairs. It's not as bad as it looks, actually. It's just Jess kind of taking up the space, but she's been lying on my bed and there's now dog fur all over it. So first job done, bed is made. I do love having a bed this big, but also like it's only good when I'm here for short periods of time, so when I'm here for long periods of time, I have like no space in my room to like walk around, which is really frustrating. But it's fine, it's done now, so yeah. Next job is to clear out my sort of desk area. It's really hot in here. I don't know why it's so hot. So I'm going to put the fan on, but yeah, I took these blankets off my bed because I just feel like there was too many on there. So I think I'm going to put one of them in the cupboard, but I think I'm going to put the other one like on the back of my chair, just because I know that sometimes I do get cold when I'm working. But yeah, I'm just going to try and like declutter it, just so it's a bit of a nicer workspace, even though it's quite a small workspace, like just so it's a bit more, you know. So in terms of how I have my work set up, like at home, I have in here, if I scroll down, lol. So in these two, I have, so this one's books. Okay, so like a lot of these are set texts, random things like that. Anyway, and this one is folders. These are my prelims folders. So these are my folders from last year, which I do keep because they are like relatively useful. And then under here is, what the hell is that? That's a prelims folder as well. And then these are my non-prelims folders. Basically, I'm going to organise these two drawers so that the stuff that I need for this term is on top, but the essential things for this term are going in this box, because this box goes underneath my desk and it needs to be like accessible. These are the only books that I got out from the library before we were kicked out of uni. No, I bought this one for myself. So this is what I'm working with the whole term, which is literally not even enough for one essay. But yeah, so I'm gonna sort this out now, essentially. So in here I have my Spanish and German grammar books with the workbooks. I don't use these that often during term. They're more for like revision for exams, but they are useful for like reference, for quick grammar points if I've forgotten something. Then all of these are books to do with the author that I'm doing this term, Mario Vargas Llosa. So this is just a book of his essays, some companions, the random ones that I managed to grab from the libraries, and then some of my own copies of his actual books, which is really annoying because I ordered a copy of this one in English because I can't bother to read it in Spanish, and it's not come, because his language is very dense and difficult to understand the first time, so I tend to read them in English first, then in Spanish. And then here I have the two books that I brought home with me for my linguistics paper. I have absolutely no clue about linguistics, right? I've been going to the lectures all year and I've been trying to make notes and I still just don't really get it, and I've got to do 4 essays on it and I've still not had an email about when the essays are, what the essays are on, who's even doing the tutorials, like whatever. So we're just not talking about linguistics. Well, we are, but I've organised these drawers so they're a little bit more easy to access, and I've ordered some new folders for this term. So basically at the moment all of my final stuff, I've just got one German folder and one Spanish folder, but they're full now because it's got language and literature in. So I'm gonna have, like I did for prelims, a language folder and and a literature folder. So I'm gonna do that when those get here. They're supposed to come on Tuesday, so that means that I'll have 2 folders to like sit on top of here that are gonna be where I file like all my linguistics and stuff work, but I'll put them down next to the box. Also found this yesterday, which is what my friends got me for my birthday last year, and it's Peru. I've actually been and stood in that exact spot, so I'm going to take these down because I do love them, but I sometimes find like there's just so many photos in my room that I get a bit like so I'm trying to like declutter my room, not in terms of that it's clutter, but there's just lots of random stuff, and I feel like in order to focus I just want it to kind of be like clean and like blue and white and just not a lot of visual stimuli. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm doing now. With the child's heart. I love it, it's so nice. I totally forgot about it. I also have this one which I want to put up here, but I ordered some command strips and they just didn't arrive, so I'm battling it out with Amazon at the moment. But yeah, that's gonna go there. So it's a lovely little Peruvian situation, and I've always loved this. My aunt got it me for my 18th, and it's a sound recording of She's Always a Woman by Billy Joel, which I love. I'm now gonna like take all the detritus off these shelves because it just stresses me out and I would rather they just look neat, so that's the next job. Looks much more clean and tidy now, so do these drawers because they somehow get cluttered every time. In a fabulous turn of events, look what I just found. Yay, this is now going to go up, finally. Definitely very tenuously put up and it will fall down imminently, but for now, good. Now I'm going to wipe down the sides with these just because they do accumulate dust quite quickly, because I don't know why my room just is a dust magnet. But yeah, just going to do that now. So this is how my desk area is looking now. I've just got my chair, I've got all the books that I'm going to need underneath there, a couple of storage boxes that I have just generally sitting there. The drawers have been cleaned up and I've just sort of left everything on my desk that's essential. So hand sanitizer, this I can't really put in any drawer, a clock which is wrong, I need to change, and just my candle, and then in my pen pot I literally just have the things that I use every day because I just don't really want there to be any. So I want it to be like a no bullshit desk, essentially. Now going to write a list of everything I need to do in the week, in North week, in like essentially the first week of term. I don't have contact hours, but I still have a lot of things I need to do. So I'm just gonna put it all in like neat, you know, somewhere that I can just have, and I'm like, right, I've ticked this off, I've ticked this off, I've ticked this off, you know. I'm sick of these adverts. I'm not leaving the house. Stop telling me not to leave the house, I know. Made my list. Basically it's got like stuff to do with like collection examy things at the top. Yeah, abroad, Cherwell, YouTube, Oxford, German, Spanish. This will fill up as the week goes on, as I'm assuming at some point my tutors are going to have to contact me to tell me when classes are. However, I'm just assuming I've got no classes because no one's told me when they are. So basically, yeah, that's all I can really do for now in terms of prep for next term. So I'll pick you back up when someone tells me what's happening, which could be never at this rate, but we vibe. Hello all, so it's now the next day and the lecture list has kind of been published. Basically they usually have like a frigging document which has got it all neatly listed, and it's very like easy to see, you know, like what lectures are when, because it has like the weeks, because it's 8 weeks of term, and like sometimes you have lectures from like 1st to 3rd week and then 5th to 8th week or something. Like they're not that regular. They haven't published that yet because, I mean, who are we, like, we're not surprised. Oh, I actually finally got an email where, hey, I finally got something sorted. Anyway, basically I'm going to make a timetable with what I've got, which is going to take a while because I'm going to have to go through each individual week of term and like find out when my lectures are. But I'm going to use this pad. I'm trying to use my timetable from last term, and this is obviously like a really rough plan because I know that things are going to move around, and basically I've just got to wait for emails to come in over the week for us to organise. I've still got, so I've got my one set of tutes, but I need to organise another set, seminars, translation classes that all need to fill up this, and hopefully eventually it will start looking a bit more like it's supposed to. But yeah, that's all a case of just waiting for emails really. It's now Tuesday I think, and I've just done my collection. It's like a mock exam. Usually we would do them like sat in a hall with our gowns on and everything, like, but obviously can't redo that, so they've given it us as a take-home exam, and you're not supposed to like look at, you know, like dictionaries and stuff, and you're supposed to spend 90 minutes on it. I have just got quite distracted, and so I have done it as if it's a mock exam, but I did have lunch in the middle. It'd be funny or out, but we are in the middle of a global pandemic, and like I really just wanted some lunch, so I'm not beating myself up too much about it. Like I feel like it's A, it's a mock exam, it's not even a final exam, and B, like I've got 2 years till my actual finals, so like it's fine. But I've just done that anyway, literally just about to send it off. I have also set up Microsoft Teams. This is basically where all of my classes are gonna go, I think. So this is my German seminar, this is my Spanish grammar class and translation class, and I assume I've got, what have I got left to do? My 2 German translation classes, Spanish, unseen translation, and our other class for Spanish has been cancelled. She's just set us the work to do in our own time, which is fair play because she was on sabbatical anyway, and the person that was supposed to be taking over is stuck in America because of the pandemic, so I've got one less class a week. In a way, even though this term is going to be an absolute shit show, I'm quite glad that it's a term of second year, so like it doesn't particularly matter if I like really mess it up. Hopefully I won't. I'm gonna give it a go, but if shit just really does hit the fan, then that's fine. Technically part of the video for preparing for online uni, but I thought I'd tell you anyway because it's good news, is that I applied for an internship last night and they've offered me it this morning, and it's not my first choice internship, as in like it's a really good internship and it looks really, really good, but it's not quite in the field that I really want to do. So I'm waiting to hear back from the other ones that I've applied for, which are like literally like exactly what I want to do. But if not, then I've definitely got something sorted. So Corona permitting, I shall be in Berlin from September to Christmas, which will be so nice, and I can't wait to like, I think I'm gonna do like, so September to like end of November in Berlin, and then spend the 3 weeks before Christmas just like traveling around Germany and going to visit my college husband probably, and like going to do all the Christmas markets with him, which will be really nice. So that's gonna be really good. And then I've postponed my trip to, well, I was supposed to be studying in Argentina from July to December this year, but I've postponed that to March to July next year, which means that I'm hoping maybe I can come back home for Christmas, and then after Christmas I'm gonna go and like travel Latin America for a couple of months before term starts, which would be really cool. So things are starting to like look up in terms of the next year of my degree, but obviously it all just depends. But Germany seemed to have it on lock, so I'm praying that Germany pulls through as it is right now. But yeah, we are starting to make our way through this list. I've done one of the like this, I've applied for all of these internships. I still need to do like other work, but things are getting done. Things are getting done. So I've just made this sign to put on my door, and basically I don't have my timetable for this term finalised yet because I'm still waiting on a couple of classes to be organised, but the premise is going to be that this is going to be like on my door, so it'll be like, please don't come in when I'm in a class, consult the schedule below. And I have odd weeks and even weeks, so I'll write on the timetable like which weeks are which, but it basically just means that if my family need to like put something in here, they don't come in a class, because my audio and my sound like and my video are on, whereas my sister's just got a chat, so if somebody comes in and starts talking to her, it doesn't matter, whereas of mine, all my like classmates would be able to hear. So yeah. Please don't like take this too seriously, like it's not me being like super aggy, but I just want to make sure that if I am in a class that I can like fully focus, and my family know like when I'm in a class, because obviously like this is so unprecedented, me having to do uni at home, because usually I'm like uni, not gonna lie, when I'm at uni my parents have got no clue what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, whereas now like I'm literally doing my entire degree from home, and that would be like me walking in on my mum in the middle of a conference call, do you know what I mean? So that's why I thought it would be helpful to have this so that they can reference it. This is not me being a twat, it's more just like so that everyone knows in the house, because we're all working and we've all got different schedules, so we're all trying to like do that so everyone knows what's going on. Really wanted to do a lovely section of this video about how I was setting up my folders for this term, but they've not arrived yet. So basically I'm going to split German and Spanish into 2 folders of language and literature like I've said, but I've also decided that just in terms of like, so I don't have to get my big folders out every single day, this is going to be my like folder to go like right under my desk so that I can just keep on top of things. So there'll be just different slots for each one, so that'll be a slot for like essays for German, essays for Spanish, translations for German, translations for Spanish, seminars for German, seminars for Spanish, or something like that, just so that I can keep all of my work for the classes separate rather than like having it all, like, needing to keep getting out my folders every day. This folder is from Ampelmann in Berlin. Basically, these are the traffic light signs. I think it was for East Germany, and if you, like, go to the city still, then these like men are still in the east side of Germany, where what was East Berlin, and then the normal traffic light men are on West Berlin. I think it's that way around. I swear to God I get it wrong every single time, but I've literally lived there for a month and I still can't remember, but I'm pretty sure that that's East Berlin. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they do such cute stationery, and it's like, not all papers who wander are lost. And every time I go to Berlin, I just go and buy loads of useless stationery from there that I don't really need, but it's pretty, so. Essentially, this will just be for, like, the classes that I actually have. So essays and stuff, like all of the reading and me submitting the essay is all going to be online, but for, like, other things like my grammar classes and prose classes and seminars, it's easier for me to print things out, I think, to annotate them. It's essentially just going to go there, so it's there for quick reference when needed, you know. So that is essentially all I'm doing really to prepare for online uni. It's now Tuesday, and honestly, as of today, the work's going to start pouring in pretty quick. So, like, by next week, I'll definitely have like 4 translations and an essay to do. So I've done all the prep that I can really do now. All we can really wait for is for the assignments to start coming in, which they will inevitably tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed this video nonetheless. I hope it gave you some tips of things that you can maybe do to make your work environment a little bit better. Let's keep our fingers crossed that we don't spend the entirety of this term completely under lockdown, whether that's just that we can leave the house, or hopefully travel enough that I can go back and move into the room that I'm paying for at uni. I think that's what a lot of people are banking on, especially people who have houses. Like, I feel so bad for you that you're having to pay rent even though you're not there. But let's just keep our fingers crossed that the situation starts to get better. I'm feeling a lot better about it than I was at the start of the holidays, because now the emails are starting to come in, even though it's taken way longer than it should have done. We're starting to get some clarity, and there are definitely perks to online school. Like, I can do all my classes in essentially my pajamas. I don't have to go to lectures at exactly like the time that they're on, because they're pre-recorded, and I don't have to walk to class. And I love LMH and I do love the walk, but you know, it's nice to be able to just move from my desk to my bed, and that saves me a lot of time. So maybe, who knows, because I've got no social life and I'm not having to commute around, I might be able to get my work done quicker. I doubt it. There's definitely going to be more drawbacks than positives, but we've just got to do what we've got to do, and I'm hoping that it's temporary and not for the whole, like, online classes will be for the whole term, but like, hopefully I can get a change of scenery by moving back up to Oxford, even though that nothing's open. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Anyway, sidetrack anyway, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then do let me know, and if you've got any other suggestions for videos to do with online uni that you would like, then, and if you'd like some study with me's as well, maybe some like online uni day in the life videos, then do let me know. Stay safe wherever you are, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys. Mwah.